Hey guys, it is Ben, aka the Fuse Box. For today, I wanted to talk a little bit about a guilty pleasure video game. A video game that I've always loved that never really caught on, and I understand why. It is Far Cry Primal, the least favorite and quite possibly like bastard stepson of the Far Cry franchise. I love this game. I get why people don't. The big thing is you don't see a lot of video games that take place in the prehistoric era. That seems to be kind of a rarity, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that you can only do so much in terms of gameplay. You've got limited weapons, limited skills you can really do. It's not a very big repertoire, but I feel like if you're creative enough, you can make it work. You can add in extra things. One of the things Far Cry Primal does that I enjoy is the fact that they add in sort of a slightly spiritual element. Your character has visions. He has taken spiritual planes where he sees glimpses of the future done in a symbolic way. I thought it really worked. I enjoyed it. I do tend to enjoy spiritual things though, so that's kind of a guilty pleasure. But this whole thing is a guilty pleasure anyway. The big thing about Far Cry is that most of its games are defined by having very enigmatic and awesome villains, characterized to be very complex, and the biggest issue in Far Cry Primal is that the villains are, I would say, very underdeveloped. You don't really get to know them that well. You get to know a lot of the cast and characters fairly well, but the story itself feels very incomplete. It's very choppy. It seemed like there may have been more planned for this game that was probably scrapped, and therefore you ended up with a very bare bones plot line. I've mentioned it in previous videos before. There's this habit of moving from point A to point B with nothing really in between to attach it. This game definitely falls into that trope. I just happen to love it in particular because I love the setting and the characters, and I wish that they had been fleshed out more. If they ever want to redo this game, by all means, I would love to write for that. I would love to bring this to life better. And I usually don't like first-person games. I really don't. I prefer games where you get to see your main character interacting in the world, and games like Far Cry really don't do that. From all the artwork I've seen of the main character in this game, he's actually the coolest looking character in this game, and you never get to see him. It's like, what the hell was up with that? Like, why? Why would you save this awesome beast of a man and, like, you know, keep him like out of the picture? Characters like Sayla had really good backstories that really weren't fleshed out, and they weren't really explored much. Same with, I forget his name, your bro, the dude that your main character kind of bros down with. He had a really cool backstory that they only hinted at, and I love the shaman Tensei. All in all, biggest issue with this game is that everything is very underdeveloped. Felt like a lot of it was rushed, and so I can understand why people don't like it. I just, in particular, I can get lost in this game. I can keep playing it, even though I wish there were more mechanics to the gameplay itself. I can still play through it and get lost in it and enjoy the hell out of it. I think everybody's got games like that. So I just wanted to make this video, maybe get people to check out Far Cry Primal again, see if they can possibly enjoy some of it. I think it's worth a second look. Now, on Halloween night, Outlaw Nights, issue number 2 is going to be launching. I am going to be hosting a party stream sometime close to midnight. Everybody out there is invited. I am going to be blasting this thing all over the internet. Be sure to click on the link. It's going to be fun. If you haven't already, sign up for the email list. We are up to 116 signups. Very awesome stuff. Let's keep it rolling. I'm getting drunk on the power over here. Let's do it. If you like anything I had to say, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications. Be sure to hit the dislike button. Share it, hate it, do whatever. Let's get this interaction up. We've been kind of plateauing lately. I don't like to see that. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, and I will talk to you all later.